Three. Okay, so punta na tayo sa topic natin for your unit analysis. Okay, so take note po, this is an introductory part for your fault analysis kasi. So ito yung gagamitin natin na tool. So in solving fault currents. Okay, so bakit nga ba tayo nag-prepare unit analysis? So this is used to normalize variables in power systems to avoid difficulties in referring impedances across transformers. So, ang nagpapahirap kasi dun sa ating power system when we are dealing with short circuit analysis is your transformers. Kasi nga po, meron tayong referring, okay? So, take note lang po kapag ni-refer natin sa kabilang side yung impedance, magbabago yung kanyang value. Okay, for example, sa primary part and for the secondary part, kung ililipat natin yun across the secondary part, so magbabago ulit yung value noon. So, ang ginagawa nitong per unit natin dito is um, kumbaga ginagawa niyang isa na lang, okay, yung magiging value ng um, impedance natin when it comes to transformers, okay? Ayan. So, ito yung formula natin for per unit, okay? So, yung per unit natin is equal to, okay, your actual value over your base value. So, ito yung general formula natin ng per unit. So, applicable to sa impedance, sa voltage, at sa current. Okay? So, yan. So, wherein, kapag kinuha naman natin yung actual value, okay? So, that is equal to your per unit multiplied by your base value. So, ang base value natin, it could be a current, it could be impedance, it could be voltage. Okay? Ayan. So, meron tayo ditong formula for our impedance or base impedance. So, that is your voltage squared over S. So, ito yung gagamitin natin para makakuha tayo ng base do sa ating impedance. Kasi nga po, yun nga yung nagpapahirap sa ating analysis yung ating impedance. Okay? So, kapag hindi siya ginawang per unit, magbabago-bago yung value niya. So, ito yung isa sa mga bridge natin sa pagkuha ng per unit values natin, yung Z-base. Okay? So, sige. So, let's try to solve number 28. So, a system operates at, so yung S natin dito is equal to 220 kVA, so times 10 raised to 3. And yung ating voltage is equal to 11 kilo. Okay? So, using these quantities as base value, so ito daw yung base natin. So, what is the base? Impedance. Okay? So, yung ating Z-base. So, paano natin yan kukunin? So, from our formula a while ago, so your base impedance is equal to V squared all over your apparent power. Okay? So, this is now equal to 11 kilo. So, this is the quantity squared all over 220 kilo. So, lagay lang natin dito. So, this is now 111 kilo. The quantity squared over 220 kilo. So, this is equal to 550 ohms. So, hindi pa siya per unit, no? Base impedance pa lang to. Okay? Okay, next tayo. Number 29. So, the percent of a line is 6%. Okay? So, percent impedance or yung percent C natin, that is 0.06. So, kapag sinabi mo kasing percent, this is in per unit na. Naka-per unit na to. So, percent C natin is 0.06 per unit. And this is at voltage that is equal to 34.5 kilo volts and yung ating S na 100 mega. So now what's your ohmic impedance? Okay, so when we say ohmic impedance, this is the actual, okay, actual impedance. So, paano natin ngayon makukuha yung Z actual natin ngayon dito? Okay? So, Z actual. So, apply, ap, apply lang natin yung formula dito. So, actual is equal to per unit multiplied by your base. Okay? So, kung Z yung ating kukunin, so this is now Z per unit multiplied by your Z base. Okay? So, meron na tayong Z per unit. Ito yung ating percent impedance. So, okay na to. So, yung Z base na lang po. So, this is in terms of your voltage and your apparent power. So, this is V squared over S. Okay, so i-apply natin dito yan. So, this is now 0.06 multiplied by yung ating voltage dito, 34.5 kilo, the quantity squared, all over S, that is 100 mega. So, this is now in ohms. And therefore, yung ohmic value natin dito is equal to what? So, this is now equal to 0.714. 0.714 ohms. Or this is approximately 0.72 ohms. And this is nearest to letter C. Okay. So next na tayo, number 30. So single line diagram tayo. So we have a 20 kVA, 480 volt single phase generator. So meron daw tayong generator dito. So this is 20 kVA, 480 volts, single phase. Supplies power to a load through a transmission line. Okay? So nandito yung load natin siguro. Tapos in between this, so meron tayong transmission line. Okay? So the load impedance is 2 plus J5 ohms. So 2 plus J5. And the transmission line impedance, so yung nasa gitna nila, in between nila is a transmission line. So this is 1 plus J3. Okay? So if a 1 is to 2 transformer is placed at the output of the generator, so meron daw tayo dito nilagay na transformer, 1 is to 2 na transformer, okay? And another transformer that is 10 is to 1, step down transformer is placed at the load. So meron ulit tayong transformer dito. So this is 10 is to 1. Okay? What is the per unit line current assuming transformers are ideal? Okay? So, ZTL. Yan. So, ano daw yung ating kuryente dito in per unit? So, I in per unit. Okay, paano natin yan kukunin? So, first is to set a base. Okay, so since ang generator lang natin dito yung merong rating, so ito na lang yung gawin natin base units dito. Okay, so this is our base S at saka base voltage. Okay, ayan. Ngayon, ano pang gagawin natin? So, ano gagawin natin dito? So, convert all actual values to per unit. So, ang problema ngayon natin dito is yung transmission line natin, naka-ohms ito, okay, actual ito, as well as yung ating load. Naka-ohmic value yan. So, itong dalawang to yung ating i-convert sa per unit. Okay, so unahin na natin yung ano natin dito, TL or yung line. So, ZTL. in per unit, this is equal to yung ZTL natin in actual over yung ating Z-base. Pero wala pa tayong Z-base, no? So, saan natin yan kukunin? Dito sa may base S at saka base V natin dito. So, therefore, Z-base is equal to V squared over S. Okay? So, this is now equal to, so, ang problema natin ngayon dito is that yung ating Z-base sa transformer dito sa may load side natin, load side ng transformer natin, so dito sa may is to 2, is hindi equal yan sa, okay, dito sa may ratio na 1. Okay, so therefore, ano mangyayari dito? So magbabago yung voltahe. Okay, so iano muna natin, i-set up muna natin yung ating voltage dito. So dito sa may is to 1, so this is 480. Okay? Then, pupunta siya sa kabilang side, papunta sa transmission line. So, yung voltage natin dito, so this is 480 times 2. So, magta times 2 kasi siya. Okay? So, 480 times 2. So, this is equal to 960 volts. So, ito yung voltage natin dito. Base voltage natin dito sa side na to. Okay? So, 960. So, dun sa may is to 10, papunta dito sa is to 1. Okay? So, ano mangyayari dito? Mag-step down yung voltage natin, magiging 96 volts na lang. So, yan yung voltage dito sa may load side. Okay? Ayan. So, sige. Ayun na natin siya. Convert na natin siya in per unit. So, yung ating ZTL. So, ZTL in per unit is equal to 1 plus J3 all over Z base natin. So, that is V squared over S. So, ano yung V natin dito? So, 960 squared. All over yung ating S na 20 kVA. So, 20 times 10 raised to 3. So, ito ohms. So, magkakancel lang yung ohms. So, this is now in per unit. So, ilan yan in per unit? So, mode 2 tayo. So, 1 plus 3i all over 960 squared all over 20 kilo. Okay? So, this is equal to 0.0217. So, 0.0217 plus J, 0.0651. 0.0651. 0.0651 per unit. So, okay na tayo dyan. Punta naman tayo sa may load. So, Z load naman natin in per unit. So, this is equal to Z actual over Z base. So, ang base voltage naman natin dito is 96 volts sa may load kasi nga may transformer. So, ang nagpapahirap lang naman dito is yung may transformer siya. So, this is now equal to Z actual natin is 2 plus J5 all over, okay, yung ating Z base na 96 squared all over yung ating voltage na, sorry, yung ating S, I should say, na 20 kVA. Okay, so this is now equal to what? So, 2 plus 5i all over 96 squared all over 20 kilo. So, this is now equal to 4.34 plus J 10.851. So, 10.851 per unit. Okay, so okay na tayo dito sa mga to. So, anong gagawin na natin dito? So, convert na natin yan into single line diagram. Okay? So, yung ating voltage dito, so rated yung gagamitin natin, no? So, since hindi naman nagbago yung 480 natin dito sa pinaka-generator natin, so that is only 1 per unit. So, 1 bar angle 0 per unit. So, this is in volts. So, 480 over 480. Tapos, ano mangyayari? So, kakabit natin yan sa transmission line. So, ideal naman yung transformer natin, kaya wala yung impedance. Okay, so this is 0.0217 plus J 0.0651 ohms. So TL. Then naka-series yan saan? Okay, sa transformer, since siya ay ideal, so ito, ideal yan, so wala yung impedance, so it will be series on your load. Okay? So yung load natin dito in per unit, so naka per unit na to. So this is equal to 4.34 plus J 10.851. Okay, so this is in per unit. So makukuha na natin yung I in per unit. So I in per unit now is equal to E per unit all over Z per unit. Okay? So this is now equal to E per unit all over ZTL plus Z load. And this is now equal to 1 all over 0.0217 plus J 0.0651 plus 4.34 plus J 10.851. Okay, so this is now equal to 1 all over 0.0217 plus 0.0651 I plus 4.34 plus 10.851 I. So therefore, the answer is 0.031 6 minus J 0.0879 0.7 0.07899 or 79 na lang. So this is in per unit. So yan na ba yung sagot? Hindi. Okay? Kasi nga single number lang yung sagot. So meaning yung current na hinahanap dito is the magnitude. So convert lang natin to sa magnitude. So kung kukunin natin yung magnitude nito, so yung I per unit natin in magnitude, so that is now equal to what? So shift height ng answer. So yan na yung ating magnitude. So this is now 0.0851. So 0.0851 per unit. So this is the magnitude of your answer. And that is letter C. Okay. So ganyan kapag may transformers. Okay? So medyo may hirap kapag may transformers tayo. So next tayo, number 32. Okay, so at a certain point in an electrical network, so ito yung network natin dito. So the available fault MVA is 400 MVA. So yung ating available fault, MVA fault, dito is 400 MVA. So now, a 15 megavolt ampere 34.5 kV, 2.5% impedance Y grounded transformer is installed at that location. So ito yan, yung transformer na yan. So, kulayin ko na lang ng blue. Okay? Ayan. So, determine the short circuit MVA at the secondary side of your transformer. So, ano daw yung ating, okay, short circuit MVA dito sa secondary side. Okay, short circuit MVA or yung ating fault MVA. So, at this secondary side. So sabihin na lang natin fault MVA new. Okay? So, new fault MVA. So, nung gagawin lang natin dito, okay? So, we just um convert this into a single line diagram. Okay? So, this is now equal to what? So, ito yung bus natin dito. So, this is 1 bar angle 0. Then, take note po, yung available fault dito is ito, yung 400 MVA natin. Meron niyang fault impedance. So, yung Z fault dito. So, yan, galing dito. So, kulayan na lang natin ng green. Ito. Ito yon. Then, dun sa transformer. Okay? So, ito, kulayan lang natin ng blue. Kasi blue na yung transformer eh. So, ito yung blue. Okay? So, yung ZTX natin. Okay? Then, dito yung fault. So, paano natin makukuha yung Z fault? So from your fault MBA. So your Z fault now here is equal to MVA base over MVA fault. Okay, so yan yung ating Z fault. So kung given yung ating short circuit fault, okay? So yung fault available. So therefore, yung Z fault natin is equal to ano yung ating MVA base dito. So take note that is your transformer. So, ito yung magiging base natin. Okay? Ayan. So, this is now 15 MVA over your MVA fault that is 400 MVA. So, paano po tayo kumuha ng base? So, saan po ba tayo kukuha ng base? Kung saan yung may um, pinaka equipment ninyo. So, doon kayo kumuha ng base MVA, okay? Or yung ating apparent power base. So, since transformer lang yun nandito, ito yung pipiliin nating base. So, therefore, this is now equal to what? So, 15 over 400. So, this is 0.0375. So, this is in per unit. Next, ZTX tayo. So, yung ZTX natin, so since hindi na natin binago yung base natin, so 2.5 pa rin yan. So, 0.025 per unit. Okay? So, therefore, ang magiging ano na natin dito, value na natin dito is 0.0375, then dito 0.025 per unit. So, therefore, paano na natin kukunin yung MVA fault? Okay? So, dito lang yan manggagaling sa formula ulit natin. So, sa Z-fault na formula. Okay? So, therefore, using the formula Z-fault is equal to MVA base all over MVA fault. So, therefore, yung MVA fault natin is equal to MVA base all over Z fault. So, yung Z fault natin dito, since nakaseries lang naman yung ano natin dito, impedances natin dito. So, therefore, this is now equal to MVA base all over yung ating Z fault plus ZTX. Okay? Yan. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So this is now um 15 MVA all over 0.0375 plus 0.025. So therefore, MVA fault na natin or our new MVA fault is what? So ito ay equal to 240 MVA. So lumaki siya. Or I should say bumaba siya. Okay? So from 400, so since nadagdagan ng transformer, bababa yung fault natin kasi nadagdagan ng impedance. Okay? So therefore, this is now letter C, 250, 240. Okay, next. Number 32. So at a 34.5 kV substation, the available fault current or yung ating I fault in per unit is equal to 10 per unit. Now, what is now your MVA fault or available fault? MVA, if your base voltage or base kilovolt ampere, I should say, so MVA base is equal to 50 MVA. Okay? So, take note lang po, ang I fault natin is just equal to 1 all over Z fault natin. So therefore, from the formula a while ago, dito, pwede nating kunin dito yung I, 1 over I fault. So therefore, this is now, so MVA fault is equal to 1 over Z fault multiplied by MVA base. Okay. But what is 1 over Z fault? So this is equal to your I fault. So I fault multiplied by your MVA base. And therefore, this is now equal to 10 multiplied by 50 MVA. So therefore, yung ating MVA fault or your short circuit fault, MVA that is equal to 500 MVA. So therefore, this is letter D. Okay, next tayo. Number 33. So consider a sequence impedance, positive sequence that is J.2577, negative sequence impedance, so that is J.2085 per unit, and yung zero sequence impedance natin is J.14 per unit. So determine the fault current at phase A for a single line to ground fault at A. So hanapin daw natin yung, okay, yung fault current at phase A. So meaning phase natin to, okay? Or tama, fault current, overall fault current. So yung overall fault current natin at phase A, so at single line to ground fault. So from our um generators or AC alternators na formula. So, pwede natin siyang apply dito. Okay, so that your I fault for a single line to ground is equal to 3 times IA1. But what is your IA1 for a single line to ground fault? So this is only just A per unit all over positive sequence plus negative sequence plus zero sequence plus your 3Zn. But 3Zn is 0. So wala tayong Zn. So 0 to. So therefore, apply natin yan dito. So this is now I fault is equal to 3 multiplied by your E per unit, your pre-fault voltage. Walang sinabi. So default natin is 1 bar angle 0 all over. So your positive sequence. So that is J.2577 plus negative sequence J.2085 plus yung ating zero sequence. So that is J.14. Okay? So therefore, what's now your fault current equal to? So 3 multiplied by 1 over 0.2577. 1 all over 2 0.2577i plus 0.2085i plus 0.14i. So this is equal to negative J 4.95. This is in per unit. Okay, so this is approximately letter D. Papunta na siya sa 5 per unit. Letter D. Okay, next. So, parang ano pa rin to, no? Same parameters, pero ang hinahanap is yung IA1. So, IA1 is just only um, E per unit all over Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0. Okay, so wala tayong Zn, so hindi na natin siya ilalagay. So this is now equal to 1 all over J.2577 plus J.2085 plus J.14. So this is for a single line to ground fault. Okay, so this is now equal to 1. So tanggalan lang natin dito ng 3. So therefore, this is now equal to negative J 1.65. So negative J 1.65 per unit. Letter D. Okay, next, number 35. So a certain point in a 69 kV transmission line. So yung ating ano dito, base voltage natin dito is 69 kV. The positive sequence impedance, so that is Z1, that is J.15 per unit, and the zero sequence impedance is J0, no? That is J.55 per unit. Calculate the fault current if the line to line fault occurs. Line to line. Okay? So I fault, pero siya ay line to line. So, yan yung tinatanong. Okay? So, given also your base S that is equal to 50 MVA. Okay, so paano natin yan kukunin? So, take note for a line-to-line fault. So, yung ating I fault is equal to square root of 3 multiplied by your E per unit all over Z1 plus Z2. So walang kinalaman dito yung zero sequence, okay? Sir, wala po tayong negative sequence. So take note po for problems like this, okay, kung wala tayong binigay na negative sequence, we will assume that your negative sequence is equal to your positive sequence. So this is your default analysis. Kung walang binigay na negative sequence, ano nyo yan, equate nyo yan sa positive sequence. Okay? Ayan. So therefore, your I fault now is equal to square root of 3 multiplied by E per unit, which is 1, all over, so J.15 plus J.15. So ilan to? So square root of 3 multiplied by 1 all over 0.15i plus 0.15i. So this is now equal to negative J, 5.77 4 per unit. Okay? So, paano na natin kukunin yung actual current dito? Kasi nga, ang binigay sa ating choices is amperes, no? So, hindi naka per unit. So, meaning this is actual. So, for actual, so I fault natin in actual terms is equal to, okay, yung ating I fault in per unit multiplied by yung ating I-base. So, saan tayo kukuha ng I-base? Dun sa S. So, therefore, this is now equal to um, 5.774 multiplied by yung ating I-base. So, that is S over square root of 3 multiplied by your, okay, E-line to line or your baseline to line voltage. So, this is now 50 times 10 raised to 6 all over square root of 3 multiplied by 69 kV. Okay, so multiply lang natin to saan? So sa 50 mega all over square root of 3 multiplied by 69 kilo. So therefore, this is equal to 2,415.46 amperes. And this is letter D. So that's the fault current. Okay, next, number 36. At a certain point in a power system or in a system, the Thevenin's equivalent of the network is zero point 0.2 per unit. So at 100 MVA base. So now, 115 slash 34.5 kV 10 megavolt ampere transformer with 5% impedance is stopped at this point. Okay, so drawing lang natin, no? So ito yung network. So yung kanyang ano dito is zero point 0.2 per unit. So yan yung kanyang Z. So Z network. So ZN na lang lagay ko or ZNet, I should say. Okay, so yung kanyang base MVA is 100 MVA. Okay. Now, itatap down natin dyan yung transformer na, okay, 5% impedance. So, dito. So, ZTX, that is 0.05 per unit. Pero ang kanyang base MVA is 115 slash 34.5 kV and this is at 10 MVA na base. Okay. Now, if the three-phase fault occurs at the secondary, so magkakaroon daw tayo dito ng fault. So may secondary natin. So find the fault current at the primary. So hanapin daw natin yung fault current dito sa primary. Okay. So, paano natin yan kukunin, okay? So, since magkaiba yung base nung dalawang to, so take note po dito sa network natin is 100 MVA, dun sa ating transformer is 10. So, ang gamitin na lang nating base is yung sa may network, okay? So, pwede naman tong gamiting base. Okay? So, therefore, if your Z base is 100 MVA, so, magkakaroon ng change of base dito. Okay? So, ito yung mag-change of base. Okay? So, therefore, so for transformer, so yung ating ZTX nyo now is equal to ZTX old multiplied by S new over S old multiplied by V old over V new. This is the quantity squared. Okay? Ayan. So, this is for the change of base. So, therefore, yung ZTX nyo natin is equal to 0.05 multiplied by Z old or Z nyo natin. So, that is 100 over Z old. That is 10. Multiplied by yung V old natin. So, sabihin na lang natin na sa may primary side mo siya ni-refer. So, this is now 115 kilovolts over 115 pa rin yung new. Okay, so this is the quantity squared. Hindi naman nagbago yung voltage, no? Ang nagbago lang is yung volt ampere kasi. Okay, so this is now equal to what? So, 0.05 multiplied by 100 over 10 times 1 squared. So, therefore, this is now equal to 0.5 per unit. So therefore, our one line diagram now is like this, okay? So yung Z net natin, that is 0.2, tapos naka-series sa kanya si transformer, so that is 0.5, tapos mangyayari dito yung fault. Okay? So kunin daw natin yung fault dito sa primary. Okay? So therefore, yung ating I fault now is equal to E per unit all over, okay, yung ating Z total. So, yung Z total natin, that is the series combination of your network plus yung ating TX. So, therefore, this is now 1 all over 0.2 plus 0.5. So, i-multiply lang natin yan sa base. Okay? So, sa base na 100. So, yun yung ginamit natin eh. So, this is now 100 mega all over square root of 3 multiplied by 115 kilo. So, therefore, this is now equal to what? So, 1 all over 0.2 plus 0.5 multiplied by 100 mega all over square root of 3 multiplied by 115 kilo. So this is now equal to 717.21 amperes. So therefore, this is letter B. Okay? Next tayo, number 37. So the transformer used to serve a customer is rated 13.8 slash 0.48 kilovolts. So, ito yon. So, yan. So, 5 MVA, 13.8 slash 0.48 kilovolts. Okay, yung ZTX natin dito is 0.05 per unit impedance. So, the cable connecting the breaker to the transformer. So, ito yung cable na yun. For example, so this is has a line, has an impedance of Z line that is equal to 0.032 ohms. O, naka-ohms pa tayo dito per phase. So, ito yung circuit breaker, CB. So, now, what is the fault current if the three-phase fault occurs at the breaker? So, kapag daw meron ditong three-phase fault, I fault, so ano daw yon? Okay? So, ngayon, ulitin ko lang ulit dito that for solving or in solving um, fault current, so kailangan muna natin i-convert lahat in per unit. So therefore, yung ohmic value natin dito na Z-line, i-convert natin yan sa per unit. Okay? Ayan. So take note po anong gagamitin natin ditong voltage. Since naka-connect yung ating Z-line dito sa may secondary ng ating transformer, so therefore ang voltage dyan is 0.48 kilovolts. Okay? Ayan. So, therefore, this is now equal to what? So, this is now equal to Z line in per unit is equal to Z actual over Z base. So, this is now equal to 0.032 all over Z base natin. So, that is V squared over S. So, that is now 0.48 kilo squared all over S natin, that is 5 MVA. So therefore, this is equal to what? So 0.032 all over 0.48 times 10 raised to 3 squared all over 5 mega. So this is equal to 0.694. So 0.694 per unit. Okay? So therefore, ganito na siya. Tapos nandito yung fold. Okay? Ayan. So ano daw yung fault current natin dito? So paano na natin kukunin yan? So yung I fault natin is equal to E per unit all over yung Z total natin is equal to what? So that is now 1 over 0.05 plus 0.694 multiplied by yung base natin. So, para maging amperahe. So, ano yung base natin dito? So, your base S is equal to 5 MVA. And yung base voltage natin, since nasa secondary siya, so ang gagamitin natin is okay, 0.48 kilovolts or 480 volts. So, therefore, this is now 5 mega all over square root of 3 multiplied by 480. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So 1 all over 0.05 plus answer multiplied by 5 mega over square root of 3 multiplied by 480. So therefore, this is equal to 8,078.6. 8,078.6 amperes. Letter, okay, approximately letter A. So, yan yung ide-design nating breaker, ang positive. para hindi niya na ma-surpass tong 8,000 na to. Okay? Next, number 38. So the positive, negative, and zero sequence reactances of, okay, yung ating S, that is 20 MVA, voltage, that is 13.2 kilo, kilovolts R. So yung Z1 natin, so zero point 3 per unit. Z2, that is equal to zero point 2 per unit. And yung Z0 natin is zero point 1 per unit. The generator is solidly grounded, so meaning Zn is equal to 0, and this is not loaded. So a line to ground fault occurs on phase A. So single line to ground fault daw yung nangyari. So neglecting all resistances, determine the positive sequence of the fault current. So hanapin daw natin yung positive sequence ng fault current. So therefore, this is your IA1. Hindi mismo yung fault current, kundi positive sequence lang ng fault current. So therefore, IA1 is equal to E per unit all over Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0. Multiply lang natin yan sa I base para maging actual na agad. So therefore, this is now 1 all over, okay, Z1 that is zero point 0.3 plus zero point 0.2 plus zero point 0.1 multiplied by your IB. So that is 20 mega all over square root of 3 ng line-to-line voltage, 13.2 kilo. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So 1 all over zero point 0.3 plus zero point 0.2 plus zero point 0.1 multiplied by 20 mega all over square root of 3 multiplied by 13.2 kilo. So this is now equal to 1,457.96 or 97 or 96, I should say. So this is approximately letter B. Okay. So punta na tayo sa last problem natin. So ito medyo mahaba-haba ito. So please bear with me. Okay? Malay nyo nasa quiz. Okay? Ayan. So asynchronous generator and motors are rated 30 MVA, 13.2 kV, and both have transient reactances of 20%. So i-drawing ko lang, no? Ito yung ating generator. Ito yung ating motor. So 30 MVA, 13.2 kilovolts. Then yung Z natin dito is zero point 0 or zero point 2 per unit. Pati rin dito sa motor. Ayan. So the line connecting them has a reactance of, to yung transmission line natin dito. So yung Z line has a reactance of 12% or 0.12 per unit on the base of the machine rating. So wala tayong problema kasi parehas yung base natin dito. Okay? So kung anong base nito, yun rin yung base ng mga to. Okay? Ayan. So the motor is drawing. So naka-unload siya, no? So yung power natin dito daw is 20,000 kilowatts and yung power factor natin dito is zero point 0.8 power factor. And a terminal voltage of 12.8 kV, so meaning on load tayo, when a symmetrical phase or three-phase fault occurs at the motor. So meron daw tayo dito magkakaroon ng fault sa may motor terminals. So that is Three-phase fault. Okay. So, determine the three-phase fault current at the motor terminal. So, ano daw yung ating I fault dito sa motor terminals? Okay. Ayan. Take note, on load tayo. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong pre-fault voltage dito. Ang pre-fault voltage natin dito is 12.8 kilovolts. Okay, so hindi na siya 1 per unit, no? So, take note po, ang pre-fault voltage natin or yung E per unit natin is just equal to the actual. So, actual over base. Ano yung actual natin na voltage nung umaandar yung motor? Kasi nga on load tayo. So, yung terminal voltage niya is 12.8 all over 13.2. So, therefore, ang ating E per unit dito is hindi na 1 angle 0, kundi 32 over 33 per unit. Okay? So, yan na yung ating E per unit. Then, anong gagawin na natin dito? Okay, take note po for a three-phase fault. So, yung ating I fault is equal to yung E per unit natin. So, meron na to over yung ating total Z or Z1. Okay, pero ito, wala pa to. So, kukunin pa natin yan. Take note lang po, in between the transmission line and the motor ang ating fault point. So, big sabihin, yung ating ano dito, looking back impedance is hindi lang basta-basta. Okay? So, ganito siya. Ang mangyayari dito, so, ito siya. So, ito, 0.2 per unit yung sa generator. Tapos, sa Z-line natin, so 0.12 per unit. So, TL to. Then, dito yung fault. Then, dito yung motor. So, that is 0.2 per unit. So, ang gagawin natin dito ngayon is kukunin yung looking back impedance dito sa may fault point natin. So, paano natin kukunin yung looking back impedance na Z1? So, this is now, okay, yung generator at yung transmission line naka-series. So, ZG plus ZTL is in series pero siya ay nakaparallel saan? Okay, nakaparallel sa motor. So, ito, nakaparallel dun sa ating motor. Okay? So, therefore, Z1 now is equal to 0.2 plus 0.12 raised to negative 1 plus 0.2 raised to negative 1, the quantity raised to negative 1. Okay? So, take note lang ha, nandito yung fault point natin. So, kaya itong dalawang to, magpaparallel dito sa motor. Okay? So, yan siya. So, therefore, this is now equal to what? So, zero point 0.2 plus 0.12 raised to negative 1 plus zero point 0.2 raised to negative 1. The quantity raised to negative 1. So, this is now equal to 8.65 or 8 over 65 per unit. So, yan yung ating Z1 in total. So, paano na natin kukunin yung ating I fault dito? So, this is now equal to your E per unit all over your Z1 times yung I base. So, therefore, this is now equal to what? So, yung pre-fault voltage natin, 32 over 33 all over 8 over 65 multiplied by I base. Ang I base natin, kukunin natin sa ating base parameter. So, ito yung base natin. So that is 30 MVA over square root of 3 times yung ating line-to-line voltage na 13.2 kV. So, lagay lang natin. So, 32 over 33 over 8 over 65 multiplied by 30 mega over square root of 3 multiplied by 13.2 kilo. So, the answer is um 10,338.22. So 10,338.22 amperes. And this is approximately papunta sa letter C. Okay? So, ayan na yung answer natin for the last part. So, kung may tanong kayo, just ask me, no, sa GC natin. So, kung wala nang tanong, okay, God bless everybody.